Hi guys, this is Victoria from Girl with the Butterfly on Instagram and on YouTube, and I wanted to do a quick flip through of a swap journal that I made for Cecilia. Her Instagram handle is Creative Paper Joy, and she was living in the US but just recently moved back to Sweden, so I'm going to be sending the journal to Sweden, which I think is really cool. That's the first time I've ever sent a journal to Sweden. And for our swap, we didn't have like a specific theme in mind that we wanted to make for each other. So I went with something a little bit different than I normally go with. Like, it almost looks shabby chic, I think. And that's actually a style I have a hard time doing. But I think this journal might fall into that category. And then I got her like a bunch of pretty trims and fabrics. I don't know if you could see right here, there's like a piece of like a butterfly wing, a sequins blue butterfly wing. That was originally going to be the theme for the journal, but I figured I would just include some of that fabric for her to use. And then there's some pretty cards in the back and other beads and random things in there for her to use. All right, let's open this. So this cover is made from wallpaper. I bought a bunch of wallpaper when I first started junk journaling like a year and a half ago, maybe almost 2 years now. A bunch of different wallpapers that I've yet to use, so I decided to use it for the cover of the journal. And then this actually is a clip-on earring, and it's so pearls on this side, diamonds on this side. So she can actually remove this and put it wherever she wants, like maybe on one of the ruffles or something like that. But I just thought it was pretty and thought she could, you know, I put it on the cover for her to see right away. And like I said, use however she wants. And then what I did here, so on top of the wallpaper, I put, like, I fussy cut a flower from one of Ruby and Pearl, so Heather's digital kits. And then, I don't know if you can tell, there's sparkles all over it. I actually use like glittery varnish all over the top of the digital because it makes it a lot more sturdy. Because if I had just left it as paper, I think it'd be much easier to rip. So it also adds like that sparkly embellishment. And then just use some different ruffles and lace trims right here because I did a no spine or no sew, what is it called? A no-sew spine, I think. I forget, but I've been really into those lately. So if you look here, you can see the spine, which I think is so pretty, and I use some really pretty like sparkly ribbon right here to secure the signature, and I just love how it turned out. And then right here is a little bottle charm, and I filled it with some rose petal tea. So it just looked really pretty against the gold here. Here's what the back looks like. This is actually some antique fabric I got from Inside Parlor a long time ago. And then again, the rest of the fabric from the front right here. Here's what the side looks like. There's some charms peeking out right here. Okay, anyway. So as we open it right here, again, I think it looks shabby chic. If I had to put this journal into a category, it'd be that, which again, I don't ever really gravitate towards or even like particularly like necessarily. And I used some really old documents right here that I just glued on top of the fabric. And then this is not Ruby and Pearl. This is a Raindrop Lila digital from one of her vintage flower kits. And here's like remnants of it right there. So I did a little bit of layering here with some digitals. This is also from Raindrop Lila. And it's just like a little pocket. I put some fun things in here. I think there's something else. Here it is. All right, and then I secured this delicate piece of paper with some washi tape right there. This is just some pretty fabric or lace for her to use that I thought was so pretty. So I just clipped it in here, and then you could see underneath is another piece of that Raindrop Lila digital. And then I created a ruffle. Most of the time people sew these on, but I'm guessing you guys have noticed I don't always sew mine on because I'm not the best with my sewing machine. So I just glue it on. I kind of like pat it down. And I've had a couple people ask me how to do that. And the best way I can describe it is I just like I make sure that it's long enough, and then I just really do just pat it down as I use hot glue or some other kind of permanent glue. And then here's some dried flowers that I also added glittery varnish on, just to secure it, you know, like kind of preserve the flowers a bit. Okay, moving on. So I used two Makers digital kits, so Raindrop Lila, and then the other one is, I actually used the Boho Butterfly kit from Ruby and Pearl. One of my favorite kits ever. I've used this image so many times in swap journals and just in my own personal journaling. And I love like how, like the paper that I use, I forget what kind, it's the really expensive paper, so the colors come out super vibrant. And then a long time ago, I was embellishing a bunch of bobby pins or altering bobby pins, and I found this in my craft room and thought the pink looked so pretty against these digitals. This little butterfly is actually from Rose Hill Cottage. This is also from the Boho Butterfly kit. And then some watercolor paper, just added a dried flower and some jewels. This, I think everyone knows who this embossed paper is from. It's from Rose Hill Cottage, Heather. Some antique laces. Well, this is antique fabric right here. This is not necessarily antique. And then I added a little flower right there with a heart sticker. This is an envelope. I embellished a bit. The actual envelope is from Amazon. I think it carried some earrings in there. And then I put a sticker in here just to show that this is a little pocket right here. And inside there's stickers and like stamp stickers, things like that. And this is just a really pretty picture that was framed that I got at a thrift store, and the frame broke, like the glass shattered. So I thought the picture would look pretty in here. Another Raindrop Lila digital that I fussy cut and then inked a little bit on the sides to age it a bit. Dried leaf right there. This was a really old design team project for Cassie Dust to Roses, and I had little pieces of it left over, so I kind of created, excuse me, a charm here. And this was paper that I got in the mail, so it's Happy Mail. It was like the outside wrapping of all the Happy Mail, and I tried to preserve it as much as I could. Another Raindrop Lila digital that I again added glittery varnish to, and I think it just creates like this really pretty effect and also preserves the digital, like the paper. This is some really beautiful velvet with a rusted paper clip, and then I added some charms. This is an old piece that I forget where I got it, but I have 3 of them, and I thought this was so beautiful. I've yet to use them in any journal, so I included it for Cecilia. Here I had fun using ink. I got jars of ink as a birthday gift and as a part of a swap that I did with Maria J'adore Le Papier. So I was practicing using my glass dip pen. Some more stickers right here. I love this paper right here. These book pages. Added a wax seal. It was supposed to be clear, like the color of the wax was supposed to be clear, but in my little wax seal set, there had been like some black wax from a previous seal I created, and so it actually turned it silver, which kind of matches the overall page. Did some slow stitch right here. Put some fun tickets in this tuck spot that I created again from embossed paper from Heather, Rose Hill Cottage. Some other fun little pieces for Creative Paper Joy to work with. This is from the Paper Cameo. A long time ago, I'd made a bunch of like laminated bookmarks. Ooh, and then I had fun experimenting. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted about this. When I was using my glass dip pen for the first time just a couple days ago, I had just paper towel near me, a lot of it nearby because I kept spilling everywhere. Or when I was trying to clean the dip pen, the gel, what is it called? The glass dip pen. It would just create all these little marks all over the paper towels. And then I decided to use that glittery varnish that I've been using throughout the journal to kind of preserve this paper towel, and I really liked how it turned out. And then I did some slow stitch around it and then stapled And this digital right here is from Heather at Little Joys of Bujo. And I just realized there's a ton of Heathers in the crafting world. This is a really cool old postcard. Another ruffle right here. Some vintage papers. This is a cool postcard that I think really matches the cover well. And then along with the inside back cover, which you'll see in just a bit. Just some fun like magazine pages. I'm gonna use some old like pink ledger to create a tag with some stickers. This piece right here, if you've seen any of my more recent flip throughs, I use like a birthday bag, like cut out a bunch of gold foiled butterflies as embellishments. This is also from Raindrop Lila, one of her Valentine's Day kits. This is also from Raindrop Lila, from her Valentine's Day kit. This is not a Valentine's Day journal, but I just really liked a lot of the digitals. And then here's some fun embossed paper, vintage tickets. I don't know if you could see that well. Oh, a fun little clip that I actually got at a bazaar in Belarus. And we're almost done here. This is a sticker that I glued on. I think I have to re-secure it right here. It's coming up again with some washi tape. And then this postcard right here is also a digital from, again, I think from the, well, maybe not from the Boho Butterfly kit, but from a Ruby and Pearl, so the same kit that this flower came from. And back here we have pretty tag, like a very lightly embellished postcard, and some scrapbook paper. All right, you guys, that's it for me today. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. I'll see you guys later. Bye.